Which brings me to introducing Mr. M.H.M. Fazal.
Within 3 years, from the degrowth, I have brought the higher growth. This worked very well. That's the real success of our partners.
That understanding between
Understanding of this partnership. At the age of 19 years, I got into the industries from the grassroots level. After schooling, I am a businessman. I am an industrialist. So that quality, same thing I implemented in this company. American is not only a water company now. You have to take the risk on correct investments. And I have made the foundation for them to continue this journey.
Welcome to ICANN podcast series, where we speak about turning the impossible into possible with an ICANN attitude. Sometimes you go on these journeys all by yourself, or sometimes you have people to support you, like a co-founder or partnership. Which brings me to introducing Mr. M.H.M. Fazal, co-founder, investor, and managing director of American Premium Water System, a brand that redefines the bottled water industry in Sri Lanka. All right, Mr. Fazal. So, could you let us know how did you and Mr. Anura first meet, and what led you to create this amazing brand, American Premium Water?
Yeah, I came to know Mr. Anura Singh as custom bondings, which I had to do a lot of imports for my industries. When I go to customs, he is very helpful for me. So I used to go to customer and meet him. On that documentations, he helped a lot of on my imports.
Okay.
On that, we had created the relationship with him.
Yeah.
So he was there for almost 5 years, from 1985 to 90.
1985 to 90.
90. So from that relationship, he was transferred back to tourism ministry. From tourism ministry, he managed to go to US on US aid.
Yeah.
There, he met a US investor, Mr. Said Amidi.
Okay.
On that meeting, Mr. Said Hamidi has told Mr. Kumar Singh that he want to come to Sri Lanka for some investments, for him to find any good business person to join with him.
Okay.
So he kept that in the mind and he came to Sri Lanka. And he told me that there was an investor like Said Hamidi. He want to come to Sri Lanka for investment purposes.
Okay.
So if he come, can you meet him? I said, yes, I'm okay to meet him. And at the same time, after giving the confirmation, he came to Sri Lanka and we had a meeting with myself, Kumar Singh and Amidi. So he said he want to start a water company in Sri Lanka. Why don't we jointly do that operations here? I agreed on that. On the same table, we agreed. Then for investment purposes, we need some investment from development bank. So we approach the development bank, NDB development. They say they have a NDB venture capital for this kind of industries.
Okay.
So then they gave a approval that they are okay to join with us. Then we form all 4 people, myself, Kumar Singh and Mr. Said Amidi plus NDB Venture jointly. We form the company as American Premium Water System Private Limited. From there onwards, we invested our fund. We started and we took a land nearest to the international beverage company. Right. The reason to find bought a land nearest to international beverage, my investor that Said Amidi told me that if you are getting the land, try to find a land nearer to international beverage company.
The reason being?
Because the reason is because they could have done a lot of research on the groundwater. So for us, no need to invest for that. So that is the reason he gave that idea. So we also went and bought a land opposites of international beverage company.
This is in Hangwella?
Hangwella.
Okay.
So that's how we built the factory there. And the machineries came from US. And all the other coolers, everything came from US. We started that operations. At the initial stage itself, I told...
This was 30 years ago, right?
30 years ago. Initial stage, I told Mr. Said Amidi, but I can be an investor, but I can't get into the operations. He said, okay, I will put my team from US to run this operation.
Why didn't you want to get into?
The reason, because I am doing a lot of industries, because I don't have much time to put my effort onto these operations.
I see.
and this is a new thing for me as a water. So he said it's okay that he can put his team here to start this operation.
Sure.
So that's how he stationed his management team here. Then we started it. Actually, there is an American strategy line, they did it here, but for 2 years the company was running, but it was a degrowth. But it's not the growth, we could not get it because it's a new market for Sri Lanka. The 20 liter is a first time operation where it is a new,
At that time, it was the 20 liter was not there in Sri Lanka.
it's not there, that we are the first person to bring
Okay,
20
bring
liter bottle to Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So then it was a degrowth, and in the board meeting, what the board decided, why don't me to take over the operations
This was after 2 years, right?
after 2 years. Okay, if I am going to take over the operations, I should. I demanded 3 things. One thing, NDB Venture, but we had to pay him a bigger amount from the company because they are invested on the venture because they have created some interest on that venture capital.
Okay.
I said, if you waive off that interest about that time, about 6-7 million rupees,
Okay.
that my first competition is to waive off that. Second thing, I should have independent operations, all purchasing, everything. That all board agreed and they gave me total management to me. Then I took over the management within 3 years. From the degrowth, I have brought the higher growth of the company.
Okay.
So actually, within 3 years, that you can say that. So that's how it's really created these operations.
That's an amazing achievement. So, Mr. Fazal, you were speaking about this board meeting that happened between you, the NDB venture capitalist, Mr. Kumarasinghe, and Mr. Said Amidi,
yeah.
right? So, once that after that, what happened? What changed?
Actually, after the completion of the board meetings, that I told Mr. Kumarasinghe to step down from public service and come and take over some administration part of the company.
Okay.
I took over the development and the operation parts
Okay.
and the financial parts. This worked very well. That's how the company is growing at this stage.
So, Mr. Fazal, you mentioned about a degrowth, and within 3 years, you said there was a improvement in the growth. And would you mind sharing some details on?
Yeah, actually, within 3 years' time, that the time when I took over, it was only about 5 million turnover per annum. Now, if you can take over, now see that it's almost 2 billion. It has reached up to 2 billion.
That's amazing.
So that's the highest growth we have brought it of this company. That's how we have achieved that.
So, Mr. Fazal, from that, the period of that regrowth, within that 2 years, and then how did you manage to build this company to a revenue generator?
Yeah, actually, after the board meetings, with the help of the God, I thought I can bring this company to the higher growth. That's the realistic I thought on these operations.
I see.
So we took over that operations. Then I told Mr. Kumarasinghe to retire from public service and come and take the administration part of the company. Okay. And I did that totally finance and
The operations
operational parts and the development parts.
Okay.
Then automatically company tried to grow on monthly basis. Actually, we were happy that the company was growing. Now, on that thing that it has almost now 30 years now. So that's a great achievement of this company.
Definitely is. Definitely is. Mr. Fazal, what made your partnership work so well? And what were the key qualities that you brought to the table together?
Actually, the partnership worked well. Actually, Mr. Kumarasinghe gave me a free hand because no interference with any of my partners.
Okay.
So I had a free hand to decide in my own to bring up this growth. That's the real success of our partners.
That understanding between
understanding of this partnership.
Okay.
So actually, finally, when the growth came up,
Yeah.
the profitability of the company also came up. And currently, we have been controlling major share of the company.
So, what would you say the key qualities are that you brought into
My key quality, because of my experience from the grassroots level, after schooling, I am a businessman, I am an industrialist. So that quality, same thing I implemented in this company. That is one reason that American premium came up to this level.
All right. So, Mr. Fazal, you spoke about your experiences. Could you tell us a little bit about other experiences, other industries that you work with?
Actually, the experience of my operations at the age of 19 years, I got into the industries. So I started with umbrella, that is one of the industries.
Umbrella?
Umbrella industry. Then I started the garments. Then I got into the plantations. Then after that, I got into real estate. So all these companies were doing very well.
Okay.
So that kind of experience, I managed to put the same operational level in this American premium to take this company into higher growth.
Mr. Fazal, in your view, what message does your partnership send to the next generation?
Yeah, actually, I have a 4-point thing to tell for my second generations. Number one, you have to take risk on correct investments.
Yeah.
Number two, you have to work very hard. Almost, I used to work for a day, about 12 hours a day to build up this company. Number three, you have to build up the good team, which I have built up for last 30 years. Majority of my staffs are more than 20 years. They have been working with me. Fourth one, I have made the foundation for them to continue this journey.
So, we fair well know now, American is not just a water company anymore, right? So, how has American expanded beyond just water?
Yeah, actually, American is not only a water company now. So we developed the plastic company, American Plastic Caps and Capsnap Sri Lanka Private Limited.
Capsnap, is it?
Capsnap Sri Lanka Private Limited.
Okay.
Actually, that plastic came into these operations. At the beginnings, we have to purchase bottles and preform from China.
Okay.
So when we were purchasing that, I couldn't get this plastic bottles and preform on time. I thought of starting the plastic industry in my own. So that's the reason I started American Plastic and Capsnap Sri Lanka Private Limited.
Okay.
At the beginning, when I started this plastic, I didn't have a capital to start that plastic industries. So I went to China. I went for exhibitions. I saw the machines. So it came up to start up that operation. It will take about 100,000 US dollars. So at that time, I spoke to one of my friend in Singapore. I told him to fund that 100,000 for me to start this industry in Sri Lanka. He gave me a fund for $100,000. So that has to be repaid back within a year. So I got that fund and transferred to China and got that machines and started the plastic industries. When I started that plastic industry in-house in American Premium, it's only about 350 square feet place where I put up a small place. I put up that machine and started the plastic. Within 6 months, I managed to pay that $100,000. And from there, I shifted to another land of plastic, that is American Plastic and Capsnap. Now, currently, the 350 square feet plastic industry become 250,000 square feet building now.
Okay.
Now, earlier with one machines, now we are having about 50 machines. And the investments, if you can take that, I started with $100,000. That now the factory value is almost $6 million. So that's how we have grown that factory. That also, by taking a risk, we have come to that level.
Mr. Fazal, so apart from American Water and the businesses related to American, are there any other businesses that you are involved in?
Yes, I am in real estates, which I make condominiums, apartment. Now almost we have done about 600 houses, suburb of Bambalapitiya to Devala.
600, is that?
600 units we have built.
Okay.
And the thing, I have done plantations, I have a garment factory. At the same time, that turnover, what we does, majority of this came after 1984. That if you can take over the turnover, what we are doing, the group turnover will be about 12 billion rupees a year. That's how we have developed this group. So now, actually, if you can take one area, majority of this company came without much capitals. If you can take American premium, when we started, is only about 200,000 US dollars. Now it's almost 6 million worth dollar company. If you take plastics with $100,000 without a capital, we loan it from my friends. Now it's almost $6 million company. That's how we develop. Majority of the thing, without much capital, we build up this company. Now have a total company value about 25, $30 million. This is how we have developed. I want the second generation to continue these foundations. That's what I need.
That was an insightful conversation, a reminder that believing in each other is as powerful as believing in yourself. All you need is an I can attitude. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs a little motivation today. I'm Akil, and this is I Can.